Hey everyone, welcome to the channel into another collective reading. I hope you're all doing well. So, as always, I'm going into this one blind, so we'll pull some cards from the Tower initially to get an idea of whose energy that I'm channeling, so you can see if this message could be for yourself, and then we'll go into the messages deeper to see what it is that you need to know at this time. So, let's get into it. So, who is this person's energy that I'm picking up on, and what is the circumstances surrounding them at this time that the collective needs to know about? Tell me about the person that is wanting to come through at this time, or the situation that is being highlighted at this time. So we have the Queen of Swords. So that is Libra energy, okay? So I'll call out the zodiacs where I see them, but bear in mind it's a collective reading, it's not zodiac sign specific. So just because their energy in terms of the zodiac sign might not present itself doesn't mean the reading isn't relevant, okay? So just keep that in mind. So Queen of Swords, Three of Swords, the Moon, Pisces, Cancer energy, Death, Scorpio energy, Five of Pentacles, sorry, and last card, yeah, the Fool, Aries, Aquarius energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. So we have someone basically here who is very much in their feelings, okay? There's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of sadness, regret, remorse, loss, apathy, heavy, heavy emotions. I can feel it so intensely already, it's insane. I feel like someone is choosing to turn their back on this though. This is someone, possibly a feminine energy, doesn't have to be, okay? But this is someone who's choosing to free themselves from this. So this could be you, this could be someone who you're connected to, or or someone that you're in separation with, okay? So take it how it resonates for you. But I do feel like it is a feminine energy, I have to say, not just because it's the Queen of Swords, because, regardless of that, it's not about a gender, right? But I just feel intuitively, especially from how I'm picking up this energy, it does feel like a feminine energy that's going through this, okay? Queen of Swords, this is someone who's choosing themselves, 100%. It's like they've been through a lot. There is grief, there is sadness, there's pain, there's regret, there is feelings of shame. I just feel like this person feels like they were taken advantage of, taken a fool of, right? Made a fool of is what I'm getting. Yeah, this person's going through it, I have to say. But despite the heavy emotions, this person is choosing themselves. Because it's enough. Enough is enough. I feel like this person has reached breaking point to the point that they feel there is no alternative but to choose themselves. And maybe that's what maybe that's what needed to happen for this person to truly stand into their power. Stand up, embrace their power, embrace self-worth, self-love. Because with the Three of Swords here, clearly this person has been through some significant pain. Okay. This person's heartbroken. I mean, you can even see this person's heart on their chest, right? Tied to them. It's a pretty graphic image, and for a reason. Because the Three of Swords does represent significant pain, heartbreak. It is the feeling of loss. It is the feeling of betrayal. It's the feeling of being, just utterly shattered, essentially, right? Your heart being shattered into a million pieces. And I feel like this is what this person's feeling. Based on what? Things that were kept in the dark, things that were done in the dark, secrets, lies, illusions, okay? There's a lot of confusion, as we can see. There was a lot of illusions in a situation, and I feel like this person is tired, because I feel like even though there has been some stuff, there has been some things that have been illuminated to this person, I feel like for the most part, they know that there's more, right? If they keep going down the rabbit hole, if they keep digging, there's no doubt that they're going to find more information. And so I feel like this person is choosing to spare themselves, okay? This is someone who's choosing to spare themselves that pain and just simply draw the situation to a close. This is someone who's ready to part ways, to end a connection here. And I don't feel like this is something that they're looking to transform. No, this is not the Death card in the sense that this is transformative. Yes, it'll be transformative for this person because they are really learning the lesson with regards to self-love, and they are choosing themselves. So in that way, yes, this person, this feminine energy is absolutely transforming. But in terms of the relationship, the connection they have with someone, because I do feel like this is about a relationship, that they're bringing that to a complete end, and there is no coming back from this, okay? Even though we don't see the Wheel of Fortune or the World card, I do feel like this is signifying a permanent ending here. 5 of Pentacles, yeah, this person feels left out in the cold. So I do feel like perhaps this feminine energy did find out some things. It caused a lot of pain, heartbreak, sadness. Maybe they realized that their person was moving on and that they were trying to do it in secret, not being so forthcoming about what it is that they want, right? I think the way in which things played out is what is the most painful about the situation. It's not even just about what happened, but the way in which this person went about doing things is what's, you know, most painful, most heartbreaking to this feminine energy. It's like, wow, you really had to go to those extremes, to those lengths. You couldn't be open, you couldn't be honest. Because bearing in mind, Queen of Swords, that's what she asked for. She wants honesty, she wants transparency, she wants things to be clear. She didn't get that. So that's what makes the betrayal so much more, because it's like so much worse, because it's like, wow, all you had to do is be honest. I asked you about this. Maybe this came up in conversations before, you know, are you happy? Is there something wrong? Should we change something? Do you want to part ways? And maybe they felt like they were just, you know, being palmed off with, no, everything's fine, no, I'm okay, no, I want to stay. When in reality, they didn't, right? Because this person feels abandoned. So clearly there is separation here. Distance. Physical distance with the pentacle energy, right? So this person feels abandoned. And it's like, why couldn't you just tell me the truth? Why couldn't you tell me that you didn't want this anymore? Why couldn't you tell me that your heart wasn't in it anymore? Why did you have to lie about it? Why did you have to put me through the ringer if you were just going to leave anyway? You know, it's that kind of energy. So if you are going through this, I'm really sorry, because it's not nice. No one should, you know, be put in that energy. No one should be forced to, you know, be, well, not forced, but, you know, no one should be left wondering, right? It should be clear. There should be honest communication here. So just being strung along is never pleasant. So I'm sorry if that has been your experience, you know, because no, it's not fair at all. Why should you, you know, be left wondering and then boom, you know, you then find out a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. So if that is the case, I am really sorry that you are going through that. But know that it is actually serving a higher purpose for you, okay? It is pushing you into this energy of putting yourself first. So I do feel like there is a lesson in that you have learned, painfully, of course, but it does provide you with a new beginning, okay? A different way of doing things, a clean slate, full. So you are closing out a cycle here, okay? I feel like you are still in the process of doing that, okay? This does seem to be quite fresh still, but with you choosing yourself, and I feel like once you have truly closed that door, boom, it's like you're catapulted into a new beginning. You get a clean slate, you get to set your terms, set your boundaries, set your standards. And I think you're going to be very clear on what it is that you're looking for, what it is you'll accept, and what you won't accept. So, as I said, in the long run, it does actually serve you very well. It's just in the moment, it's not very pleasant, okay? Especially because, as we know, you are still navigating your emotions. You're still trying to make sense of the situation, because clearly there's still a lot that remains in shadows, that isn't being illuminated, that hasn't been expressed, that hasn't been revealed to you. So, but I think you're just choosing to cut your losses and move on, because you know that it's just pointless either way. This is a done deal anyway. So why sit there stressing, you know, and trying to get to the bottom of this, that, and the other, when you know that it's time to leave anyway? So if that is you, I am sorry to hear that. But know that better days are coming, and sooner than you think, actually. Okay. All right. So you'll know whether or not from that energy if that's your message or possibly someone you're connected to. So if that's the case, you'll want to watch on. If not, I have a bunch of collective readings. They're all timeless on the channel, so feel free to check them out. All right, so for those of you who are looking for some closure, Okay, let's just get some soul time messages to see what else you need to know about this situation. Because I feel like you're, excuse me, I feel like your spirit guides, your team is giving you some signs of something. I feel like you are picking up on more things. But maybe you just, you know, at this point you just want some closure. So let's do that, okay? And see what else you need to know with regards to the situation. So you have gaslighting you again in reverse. Neighbor, okay, or neighbors. Okay, interesting. What else about the situation? You have social stalker in reverse. Okay. Astral union. What else? Date night. Religious order, secret society, coven, cult, or organization. I still think about you constantly in reverse. And loyal AF, okay. And then we have dive in, new opportunity. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that, yeah, basically your person here, right, if you are in the feminine energy, is, well, basically the way they're coming across is that, you know, they've not done anything wrong, that, you know, it's essentially a lot of hearsay, speculation, some of the things that you're picking up on, okay? They may have admitted some things to you, like when you've, you know, questioned them about something, they may have omitted some of the things, or, you know, kind of giving you that impression like, you know, there's some truth to it if they didn't outright admit it. But I feel like there's still a lot that they're trying to suppress, okay? You may have found out something to do with a neighbor of yours, okay? That there may have been something going on there. But, yeah, I do feel like there is a deeper connotation to this, especially with astral and then religious order, secret society, common cult, and organization. That does potentially suggest that, you know, this was a soul contract here that is coming to an end, okay? And with date night, I feel like, yeah, you may have felt that when you weren't at home, that your person might have snuck off and met up with someone else, okay? And you just feel it. You just feel this person drifting away, especially with I still think about you constantly in reverse. It's like you can feel this person's energy drifting away. You can feel that their loyalty, you know, is going out the window, essentially. You were very loyal, I feel. I feel like, you know, you knew that this is what you wanted, you were invested in this connection, this was your person. I mean, you could have been in a relationship for a long time, you could have been married. I don't know the circumstances you were navigating, but I feel like you were the one that was loyal, okay? You were very loyal to this person, but obviously that was not returned. You know, this person saw something in someone and they took that risk, they took that opportunity, right? Possibly even asked them out on a date when you were not around. And so I feel like, yeah, you know that there was something going on. Yeah, there may have even been stolen money involved, okay? Gosh, this gets worse, doesn't it? I feel like that does couple with this, gaslighting you again in reverse. It's like they want you to think that everything's fine, nothing's wrong, nothing happened. When in reality, you've noticed some things are wrong. Maybe you've seen that money has come up short. Say if you have a shared bank account, right? You may have noticed that huge chunks of money are just suddenly starting to disappear and you think, what the hell, where is all this money going? And then you're looking at where it's being spent and you're putting two and two together. Date night, right? Neighbor. Perhaps this person was spending a lot of money on this new person, right? Trying to impress them, trying to woo them. And so it became increasingly obvious that that money was going somewhere, you know? But that's really sad. Okay, what about neighbor here? Yeah, I feel like you want this separation, okay, break up, divorce, because I think you possibly caught them with this neighbor, or you saw something that made you realize that what was going on behind the scenes, the person that they were dealing with was possibly even one of your neighbors. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry, that's awful. To be, I don't know, going off to work, spending time with family or friends, only for your person to be sneaking off to, you know, next door's place. That's awful. So whoever that is, I'm really sorry if that is the case. Okay, what else we got here? Telepathy. And that's with social stalker in reverse. So yeah, I feel like this person hasn't got access to you. It does feel like you have blocked them. It does feel that way. So, for example, say if you were living together, you may have already moved out. I feel like you, like I said, there's physical distance. Someone is left here. You've either kicked this person out, or they've voluntarily left, or you've moved out. There is physical distance, but I feel like also on social media, you've blocked communication with this person. So I feel like telepathically, they're trying to reach out to you. They're trying to almost will you to communicate with them, okay? Because I feel like there's something this person wants to tell you, or they're not truly ready to surrender this connection. Even if they were the ones to walk out, yeah, they are not letting go so easily, okay? Why is astral union here? Okay, so we have demonic attachment, infestation, and or possession in reverse. So yeah, I feel like by you freeing yourself from this union, you freed yourself from a very dark, low vibrational energy, possibly even an entity attachment that is attached to this person that you were dealing with, okay? It's possible that they have some dark entity attached to them, especially if they are in this lustful energy. You know, that's an easy way to pick up a dark attachment, okay, by doing things like sneakily behind the scenes cheating. You know, sex is a very real way to have a dark entity attachment. So yeah, and I think you sensed that things were getting, I don't know, I think you sensed that this person's energy was different, was off. Maybe you sense like a darker presence around them all of a sudden, and it could be because of them dealing with this neighbor, okay? What about date night? Unsure. Interesting, that's the card that came out. Yeah, so maybe, okay, so maybe they... Okay, so with unsure and date night, I feel like maybe this person offered to take this person out on a date. Maybe they didn't get to go on the date. So maybe it's like nothing has actually physically happened yet between this person and your person, but there's definitely communication, flirting. There may have been some gifts being, you know, received or something like that, especially because of the money situation, right? Either that or the neighbor was using your person for their money, okay? Or trying to, but yeah, maybe it didn't actually get to that point of physicality. Maybe there was just communication, but still, you know, obviously cheating is cheating, so yeah. What they told you was the truth, okay? So yeah, I feel like if they said, oh, you know, nothing happened, we haven't slept together, we haven't been physical, I think they are telling the truth. I think nothing did physically happen with this person, but there was definitely communication that shouldn't be happening. They were still spending time with them in a way that they shouldn't be, sneakily, right? They were still, you know, it's, if anything, if it's not a physical affair, then it was an emotional one, and that's probably even worse, okay? So that, I don't feel like that's gonna make you feel any better, right? So yeah. All right, what else with religious order, secret society, coven, cult, organization? Yeah, false flame, and then karma, justice, and dharma. So this person, you may have felt like they were your twin flame, your soulmate. They weren't, okay? They were a lesson. With karma, justice, and dharma, yeah, it was a lesson. And I feel like you've learned that lesson now. I feel like you're not ignoring the red flags. You're not putting yourself on the back burner. You're now putting yourself first. So if anyone disrespects you, if anyone crosses your boundaries, I feel like you're not turning a blind eye to things anymore. If you're honest, I think you know that there were signs that something was amiss for quite some time, but you didn't want to believe it, right? And I understand that. We all do it at some point, so it's no judgment from my side, of course not. But I'm just, that's what I'm feeling, you know, that the signs were there. The signs were cautioning you about, you know, this person's movement, you know, the way they were moving was shady, their energy, their behavior, right? Their way of communicating. But it served its purpose. It was a lesson, it served its purpose, and I feel like you are learning this lesson. I don't feel like you're going to repeat this karmic cycle with this false flame, okay? So tell me about, I still think about you constantly in reverse. Yeah, so you have family issues here. Of course, this is causing family issues. And then celebrity. Okay. And then, yeah, so I feel like with that, it's a case of, obviously, if you have children with this person, that's a mess, you know, because now you have to think about, you know, the well-being of your kids, now that you two are potentially splitting, you know, how that's going to work in terms of joint custody. It's always dramatic. It's always, you know, a headache to navigate, I can imagine. And yeah, of course, that's going to bring about conflict. It's going to bring about chaos, because now it's like a family unit has been divided, you know, so I do understand that. And with celebrity, it's a case of, you know, this, I mean, for all I know, you could be a celebrity. You could be someone high profile. You could be someone in the public eye in some shape or form. You could be an influencer. You could be a public speaker. You could have some kind of platform, right? But regardless, it's like, you know, you may be worried about this spilling out into the public. Say if you do have a large following, or, you know, if you are well known, you may be concerned about your private life spilling out into, you know, the public domain, which is very understandable. But I think that you will be okay on that level. It's just about, you know, keeping your cool, because obviously your person isn't going to want the bad press or be in the spotlight. But I think for yourself, yeah, it's just more about how you move, so you don't draw too much attention to your private affairs, okay? All right. And why is loyal AF here? Well, there's a few cards that wanted to come out. They were lying the whole time is in reverse. Empathy in reverse. Secret affair. Here we go. And I'm coming straight to you. Okay. And interestingly, at the bottom of the deck, karmic soulmate. Yes, it was a lesson. Absolutely. This wasn't someone you were meant to spend your life with. This is someone that you were meant to learn these valuable lessons from. And so, yes, this person, I feel like this is a new development. Whatever took place here now is happening very recently. So I think up until this moment, they were probably loyal. I don't think they were lying about everything. You know, that's why the card is in reverse. So it's like what I was getting here before. I don't think this person has actually, you know, done anything physical with this person, but there was clearly some communication that isn't appropriate, okay? There was maybe even money, like I said, being spent on them, which isn't appropriate, okay? That's still indicating an emotional affair, which is not right, okay? That's still very much a problem. But I do feel like if they told you some, like, you know, some things like, no, we've just been talking and, you know, nothing physical happened, I think they were telling the truth about that, okay? So if you were wondering, that's what I'm getting. But still, that doesn't change the fact that your feelings have been hurt, right? Empathy in reverse. It doesn't change the fact that this is soul crushing for you, right? If only they had just come to you first, been honest, and parted ways before they got into this emotional affair, then it would have possibly been very, you know, possibly be very different. But so I feel like this person is going to come forward again. They are going to find a way to contact you, even if you have them blocked on social media, even if you have their phone number blocked. They may just come to your house, you know, they may just come, you know, because it says I'm coming straight to you, so they may just show up at your door wanting to communicate, wanting to heal things, okay? So, wow, okay. What I'm going to do now is we'll jump over to the Words of Power deck. Actually, no, let's not use that one. Let's use the love notes and see what it is that your person wants to say to you at this time. Just give me a second, I'll quickly grab that. Okay. Yeah, I was planning to use a different deck, but this one feels more appropriate for this reading. So yeah, let's dive into the love notes and see what your person wants to say to you at this time, because I know there's no communication right now between the two of you from what I see. So yeah, let's see what your person wants to say. Are you sure your friend isn't interested in you too? Okay, that's unexpected. So this person may be trying to project, okay, is what I'm getting. So maybe they're going to try and justify it by saying, well, you've been spending a lot of time with this person, you know, how do I know that there's not more to, you know, something like it's just deflection, okay? So that's already not a great start, but let's continue and see what else. I've changed since then. I'm not the immature person you remember. Okay, interesting. I've spoken to my friends and family about the situation. Yeah, this person, I mean, to be fair, I still feel like this situation is fresh. I don't feel like it was that long ago. It could have been just a matter of weeks. It could even be months, but it doesn't feel like it was years, right? But this person is saying they have changed and they're more mature in their approach. It's possible that this has been a wake-up call for them. But I would still use your discernment, because for someone to say like, oh, I'm not the same person that you remember, I've completely changed, what, in the space of weeks or months? I don't know. Some changes can occur in that time, absolutely. But yeah, just use your discernment, I would say. But yeah, they have been communicating with loved ones, with friends about the situation, trying to get heads and tails of what to do, how to proceed, right? So let's see what else. Yeah, I was stupid for putting my pride and ego before you. Absolutely. So this person is acknowledging that they were operating from pride. It may be just that they wasn't getting the attention that they wanted from you, and so they were trying to get it elsewhere. That's possible, right? Especially if this person does have some kind of codependency, okay? I thought we'd be better off as friends, but I realized that just wasn't true, okay? Can we just start over and see what happens? Yeah, the issue isn't the fact that this person thought maybe, you know, we should separate and be on good terms, especially if you have children, like, okay, maybe we should just, maybe it doesn't work us being together at this point, but we can co-parent. If they were mature, they would have had this conversation with you before engaging this other person on that level, okay? So even if that's the case, that they thought it'd be better off if you were platonic, they should have come to you first. But I think this person is acknowledging that. They do want to start over with you. I think they do want to have a fresh slate with you. Maybe not in a romantic way, but just to clear the air and see how things go. But I don't know, I'm not sure you're going to be open to that, because from what I see, you're not at this time. They didn't mean anything to me, but you do. Okay, so this person is essentially wanting you to know that they still care a great deal about you, and that, you know, this other connection didn't really mean anything. Okay, that it was more about maybe boosting their ego, getting attention, right? Because they felt like your attention was maybe diverted elsewhere, hence this card here. Are you sure your friend isn't something, you know, isn't interested in you too? Maybe they feel like you spend too much time with your friends and not them. Some jealousy is coming through here. Again, I'm getting codependency, jealousy, attention seeking, you know, ego, things of that nature. This person was very immature, so it's good that they're at least acknowledging that, because, you know, it's very childish behavior. It's almost like, you know how there are situations where sometimes after a woman has a child, the father can actually become jealous of the child? It's that kind of energy I'm getting here. I mean, you don't even have to have children, but it's that kind of vibe, like, oh, you're spending so much time with your friends. Oh, you're spending so much time at work. You know, instead of actually communicating their concerns in a healthy way, it's like, you know, they're just kind of lashing out. But anyway, and the last card, please. Just one card. Keep getting a bunch. Your person has a lot that they want to say. One card, please. Okay, I'll take two. I can't help but feel possessive over you. I want you to be mine. Okay. And I've decided this time I'm choosing myself. Yeah. So I feel like that's your energy on the end there. This person doesn't want to release you. I feel it just demonstrates that you do have self-love, and, you know, you're not going to allow people to trample over your boundaries. So that's, you know, good for you for doing that. You know, it's not easy to cut ties with someone that you've been connected to for quite some time, or you have a deep emotional bond with. You know, I think at this point you recognize that that bond, that emotional quality that you had in the relationship is essentially gone. I don't feel like you even feel the same way about this person anymore. Okay. Oh wait, why am I picking up this deck? This is not the one I want. Okay. Let's end the reading with some parting advice. There we go. It's really hot, guys. My brain is just struggling. But anyway, because if I put the aircon on as well, you're not going to hear me so well. So anyway, yeah, so any parting advice then for our viewers that can help them with this transitionary period? Any advice that can help them? 9, the invitation. Okay, what else? 14, the fox. 23, the mice. Okay, so these numbers may mean something to you. Yeah, you got 12, the owls. 28, the other man. Okay. And 21, the mountain. Okay. Now at the bottom of the deck we have 20, the park. Okay, this is very telling. So collective, this can go both ways, okay? For some of you, you are a feminine energy, okay? You don't have to be female, but you're in your feminine energy. Or you could be a masculine, okay? So take it how it resonates for you. But I feel like this is representative of, you know, it's the other man, it's the other person, right? We've got the invitation to the fox. Someone, you know, did get an invitation out, okay? They were asked to go out on a date, you know, to accompany them somewhere. This person, I feel like, I do feel like this person did go. I feel like your person did go on this date with this person. Nothing physical did happen, okay? I feel like it was just about communication. Again, I feel like it was an emotional affair. But what this person doesn't want you to know, the thing that they're hiding, that you've been struggling to find out, is that this neighbor stole from them. So those chunks of money that you saw, I don't feel like they were necessarily spending it, because at first I didn't want to say, okay, they stole it, because even though it was indicated that that's stolen money, you know, this person could have easily spent it on them. But no, the person they went on a date with, possibly a neighbor, stole from them, stole their money. Okay? And in a way, that was like divine protection for you, okay? That this person essentially was being set up by the divine for their shadiness, okay? So it's like, by you noticing these chunks of money going missing, that's what was the catalyst for you finding this out, okay? So it was like your guides coming in, giving you that piece of information, okay? To help you get to the bottom of this, so you don't stay stuck in a situation that's clearly toxic. Yeah, I feel like they are feeling really, like, I do feel like for a lot of you, you are a feminine and you're dealing with a male, okay? That was clearly in their pride and ego, wanting some attention elsewhere, wanting to feel good about themselves. They're feeling pretty foolish now, because they're now having to explain how they got robbed, how their money got stolen, right? I think that's why they're not reporting it either, because they don't want people to know what happened, because otherwise they're going to have to communicate, yeah, I was having an emotional affair and this person stole my money, you know? So I think that's why they're not reporting it. But, you know, at the same time, this person feels stuck. They don't know what to do, because this person took a crap load of money. So yeah. And I feel like with the park being at the bottom of the deck, it's coming out regardless, you know. You're aware of it now. If you didn't know this, or you had an inkling because you've seen large chunks of money just disappearing from your accounts, yeah, this is confirmation. But it's being exposed. It's going public, you know. So yeah, and you know, and this person feels weighed down by it with the anchor 35. Wow, okay. Yeah, they feel weighed down by it that this is coming out, because they know as well that, you know, it's painting them in a bad light, because obviously, you know, for some of you, you do have a child with this person, right? For some of you, you do have a family, so it's not the best, but it is what it is, you know. At least it's coming out in the open, so you know you have your closure. You can put a close to this chapter and move forward, okay? So if this is you, I'm sorry to relay this news. It's not ideal by any means, but this person got their karma, absolutely, right? They lost a crap load of money, and now they're having to face the embarrassment of this going public. And I feel like they will obviously have to file a police report. Oh gosh, I can't even get my words out. They probably don't want me to tell you this, but they will have to file a police report on this, right? So either way, it's being exposed, and it is their karma. It's their karma for how they treated you and how they were being deceptive, being sneaky, you know. So anyway, I hope this reading helps whoever needed this message. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you did find it helpful, do hit the thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and don't forget to click the notifications bell and click all so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming readings. But for now, I'm wishing you all the best in your new journey with this new start that you're being given, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.